This is the Laughlin Park, and this is pretty much the... I guess I'll just show the spot where everybody barbecues and eats and shit. I'll be working on this foundation here, so bear with me. It's a little weird being at the park and then trying to do this shit while people are passing by, because they're gonna probably be thinking, what is this crackhead doing? But it'll give you the sound effect as well because of the echo. So these corners, flat surface, flat surface. So I'll be working these flat surfaces. I might hit this by accident. This corner, it's probably like the toughest part. This will teach you to aim more on your target versus something that's round, because if you fuck up, you're gonna hit this piece and that's gonna hurt even more. Might have to shake it off, but a little more difficult to condition on, especially if I'm not hitting it correctly. Like this is fine here, but get more adrenaline through certain parts of your body. And for some reason it scares a lot of people. But I'm just doing the conditioning. So you can see I got a little red mark here. I got structures here, but this will kill over in a day or two. This will build more calluses and make it stronger, especially this. But I'm working on this foundation here. I'm trying to do it in small increments, but since I've been conditioning for quite some time, the increments aren't as small. I'm able to go a little harder than normal, but eventually I'll be able to use this whole piece. This piece will be just as hard as this, including this. My shoulders are real easy. Shoulders are easier to develop when it comes to the muscle atrophy and the bones. You have to know what you're doing, but like I said, when you want to condition it to build it stronger, you got to do it in small increments. Meaning, like, for an example, when you're a kid, they're teaching you how to write your name, right? They show you how to do it properly. So my name's Raymond, so R-A-Y-M-O-N-D. Then they teach you to write your last name. And then eventually, once you go over it over and over and over and over, then they start teaching you, you know, like the word the, T-H-E, you know, and then same, you know, S-A-M-E, or some, S-O-M-E, right? Like they show you little things by little, and then before you know it, they're writing paragraphs, they're writing sentences. So those are the increments I mean, but basically on the physical aspect, you know. All this foundation is pretty much built, and eventually I'll be able to, wow, this won't crack or nothing, this will be real strong. This I'm still needing to work on, and I'm gonna be getting there soon. But a lot of this stuff helps me take out frustration, stress, you know, anybody that deals with anger or certain particular levels of stress that can cause anger or cause depression or, you know, lack of motivation. So it motivates me, de-stresses me, gets the anger out, you know, and not that I'm fundamentally an angry person. I used to be angry as hell when I was younger, but for the most part, the anger is something that just builds up over time. So like, let's say you've been taking it for 2 years, eventually you're gonna explode. So it's best to kind of like let those things out, you know what I mean? Girls are like that too, it's not just guys. I know that girls probably fundamentally feel, oh, I don't know about this boyfriend, and that, you know, people feel different ways. But there is girls that have anger issues or have daddy issues or mother issues or whatever, and they build up a lot of anger and stress and they don't know how to take it out. So most of the time they turn to drugs or they turn to alcoholism or maybe a lot of weed. Some of them are more kind of like, you know, like they self-reserve a lot, and they self-reserve and eventually it becomes a depressing, safe place where like they don't want to leave that zone. And they'll find any reason to not be with another individual. So like I said, people are conditioned like in many different ways, but I feel like boxing, kung fu, martial arts, running, working out, it gets all that out, you know what I mean? So people need to learn to get out of their comfort zone, because when you're too comfortable in a particular area, it can keep you slave to that. You know, and then you'll never grow. You might grow within yourself, but you'll never learn to be happy, you know what I mean? Like, you won't want to further, you know, build, you know, friendships, relationships, or even come to the realization of wanting to be married or having kids, you know. Like, the real life experiences that we're supposed to be experiencing that we're not experiencing. Because, like I said, everything's been conditioned a particular way. Facebook, Snapchat, pictures, you know, and like we all get on it and do it, and you know, but I mean, and realistically, you're not gonna find anybody. You're not gonna find any of those fools that are doing that shit at the park. You're not gonna really see them at the gym. Some people are, because they get paid for that, and it's a lot of clout on their Snapchat or YouTube or whatever. But I feel that basically a lot of people, they need to learn to work with one another and come together and become more positive with each other, instead of allowing negative aspects to separate our communities and stuff. How's it going, brother? So that's some of my teachings. I'm going to continue to keep throwing up videos and teachings. Hopefully I get a stream of people that actually give a shit, you know what I mean? Because I feel like people don't really care to learn. But if they're not caring to learn, well then obviously they're not trying to grow within themselves. But like I said, some people can grow in themselves but then still keep themselves self-reserved or whatever, you know. I was doing it for a very long time. I remember when my sister and me were living together, at one point I was going through my own thing and I would always self-reserve at home, like always keep myself in the room. I was always working out. Yeah, I would get out and go to work, but that was easy. I would go to work, do my thing, come home, save my money. And I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't do anything. I didn't take no chances, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that go with the concepts to understanding like what life has to really offer other than what's structured nowadays and conditioned. But you'll eventually get it. Like I said, I'll throw up a lot more videos, and you guys have a good day. Peace out.